God associates himself with us. People are careful with their associations. Have you thought about this? Influential figures, brand names or big companies, they're very careful about who they associate with, their name with another name. Why? Because their reputation is at stake. Their reputation is connected to their associations. When you think of their brand name, do you think of another brand name as well? Their reputation is at stake there. And yet God says about people of faith, he says, you can associate my name with them. I'll put my reputation on that. I'm happy to be connected to them. And it's crazy because if you ever looked at Hebrews 11, the list of people that God chose to associate with, honestly, not being disrespectful, but it's not exactly the cream of the crop. When you look at it, for starters, Abraham and Sarah, they couldn't have kids. Then Abraham lied about Sarah even being his wife. Jacob was a liar and literally lived in deception. Moses was a murderer and ran from God. It even mentions Rahab being a prostitute. Samson was a womanizer. David was an adulterer. And the list goes on. In other words, they're not in there because of their right doing and their right character. And yet, the Bible doesn't so much mention in this passage, all their weaknesses, all their faults. It says they were people of faith. And God connects his name to them because each of them rightly believed his character, and that associated them with who he is. And the same thing is true of him and you today. He says that he is their God, and today he says to you and I am your God. I don't know if that's encouraging to you, but it is so encouraging to me, because I am not going to look at my current predicament. I'm not going to look on the way that I feel like I've been going lately and establish my connection with God based on those things. My connection, my association with God is set because I believe him. I believe who he says he is. He is faithful. He is the right place for me to put my faith today. And I want to tell you at home today that you can believe him. Come on, Jesus is the key. He is the key to supernatural access. Come on, person at home right now, let your faith be stirred. Look on Jesus again. Put your expectation on his character, his nature. He is the kind of God who never fails. He is the kind of God who never gives up. He is the kind of God who has a character that is unfailing, unflinching, through trial, through storm, through tribulation. He doesn't have a bad day. He doesn't have a rough day. Your God is good today. He is the right place to put your faith. And as you do, that faith establishes a connection with him.